Hello, everybody. I'm here to ask you a question. When you meet somebody or when you start dating, do you fall quickly and hard? I have this, I have so many women say to me the same thing. When I fall in love, I fall quickly and hard. One woman said that to me the other day, in fact, and another one said, when I meet a guy, I give myself to them too soon. Almost like on the first or second date, I tell them my entire life history and everything about me. And, I know how that ends because what they then tell me is, and then that person hurts me. That's what they'll say. And it's not just once, it's over and over again. Relationships with toxic partners fall too quickly, fall too hard. Then that person hurts them. And then the next one comes along and the same thing happens again. Rinse and repeat. Why does this keep happening to me? They all ask me. I hear this really, really, commonly. But then what happens is the blame comes. They feel anger towards themselves, real resentment that they let it happen, that it was their fault that this happened, how they allowed someone into their life so quickly and easily, and worse, in their mind, stayed way too long even after the abuse started happening, even after that person started hurting them. It's like the old saying, do you remember the old saying, fool me once, shame on them, fool me twice, shame on me. That's exactly how they feel. A lot of blame, a lot of shame. And how about we throw on top of that a really hefty dose of guilt? Because that comes next. What if it was my fault? What if I could have made that relationship work? Does this sound familiar to you? You fall hard for somebody, you open up your entire heart and soul to them, and then they use that as a weapon to hurt you. Then they discard you if you haven't found the courage yourself to leave them. But you're left a broken shell of who you once were. And you might give it time between that hurt and before you start dating again, before the next one comes along. But even when you're convinced that the next person's going to be different this time, the same thing happens all over again. As I said, rinse and repeat in a constant toxic cycle. Does this sound familiar to any of you? And I know that all you want is to love someone. Women like us who, as they call, are empaths, who really put other people first and feel their needs above ours. We have so much love to give, and all you want is for someone to love you in return. And you think, is that too much to ask? Why, when all the other women I see seem so happy, is it just so elusive to me? What's wrong with me is what everyone says to me. So many women say to me, what's wrong with me? So what I would love to encourage you to do is, if you have got a lot of love to give, but it's always taken by others and leaves you in pain, and you want to discover what healthy love looks like. And what I mean by healthy love is love with a man or woman who doesn't hurt you. Love should not equal to being in pain. If it is, as Robin Norwood says in her brilliant book, you're loving too much. You want the kind of love with a partner who lifts you up, supports you, cherishes you, and adores you. And I always say there's three things. Do they bring out the best in you? Do you like them? Not love them. Do you like them? Do you have lots in common with them? And do they make you laugh? That's a really, really good indicator those three things, are they good enough for you? Because what you want is love that lasts, not love that hurts you. You don't want to give away your heart and soul on the first few dates only to have that person use it against you later. That's not a healthy relationship, one in which you sling barbs at each other. So if that is what you are looking for, then I really, really encourage you to go and watch my free webinar, How to Recover from Toxic Relationships, Fall Back in Love with Your Life, and Never Settle for Less Than You Deserve Again. And I'll put that link to my free webinar in the comments and the description below. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye for now.